Use code SPIKEFEEDERS for 5% off at face-to-facegames.com. You can shop face-to-face games in US dollars, Canadian dollars, or even euros, and they'll ship just about everywhere. That's code SPIKEFEEDERS at checkout at face-to-facegames.com to help support the show. What's up, Spikes? Welcome back to the Spike Feeders World Headquarters here in beautiful Winnipeg, Manitoba. My name's Alex, and today we're going to play some CEDH. I'm going to be playing Winota, Joiner of Forces. So all you Boros Winota heads out there, you are in for a treat as I stumble my way through trying to get some non-humans at the board, get some humans out of my deck and onto the field for free, and try to win through punching people in the face and stacks.
Thanks, Alex. Well, Jerry back here with Tishana, Voice of Thunder, Elf Ball. So I'm hoping to just play a bunch of elves today and maybe hoof people, maybe get another fancy kind of win con going, but hopefully the deck comes through today.
I am playing a deck called iRog Snoop Factory. It's a deck made by Bunny Joe Burton. Shout out to Bunny Joe. And recommended to me by Skylar and Mab. So this is all gas, no brakes. It is a turbo list. It is basically Bolas' Citadel list that finishes with the whole Snoop Kiki combo line off the top.
Nice. I'm pardon here. I'm playing Rocco, Cabaret Caterer. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, it's like Naya. They put Cortical on Naya commanders, so I'm playing like Food Chain combo with Eternal Scourge and Squee. I'm playing Kiki Jiki, Village Bell Ringer. I'm playing, you name it, it's in there.
This intro brought to you by Apologies to Garbage Andy.
I know, he went from like actual Mario to Chris Pratt Mario in that intro.
which is a bad combo.
I was practicing it in the mirror last night, obviously.
Oh my god.
Not enough.
Nope, it was a good shot though. Anyway, I won the die roll, so I'm going to go first, and we're going to start the game. Draw a card. We'll play Command Tower, and tap 1 red for Skirk Prospector, and pass the turn. You might do that too.
I might do that.
Keep draw. I'm going to play a forest, and I'm going to tap a forest for a green, and I'm going to go Worldly Tutor something. All right, get the Llanowar Elves, put her on top. You guys know what it is now. And I will pass the turn.
Okay, I'll draw a card.
Sorry, what did he put on top?
Llanowar Elves.
I'm going to play this Windswept Teeth, and I'm immediately going to crack it, going to 39. I'm going to get this Taiga, and then immediately tap it and cast an Orcish Lumberjack. Ooh. Then I'm going to pass the turn.
I do like an Orcish Lumberjack. I will draw for turn. I'm going to start off with a Dryad Arbor.
Interesting.
Pass.
Shock.
You know, it's fragile, that's for sure.
We'll play this Plains as land for turn. And cast Goblin Crater Maker.
Yeah.
Gonna go to combat, and we'll swing at Jerry.
Yep. I'm going to take 1.
39.
Go to 39.
And we'll pass turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, I knew what that one was. I'm going to play a Polluted Delta and crack the Polluted Delta. All right, I'm going to get this Breeding Pool, and I'm going to have it interplay untapped, going to 36.
36.
He's just in a free fall here.
I'm going to tap a Breeding Pool for a green to play a Concordant Crossroads. World Enchantment.
My Dryad Arbor can tap.
Yes, it can.
Couldn't have played that last turn.
No. I will then tap a green for a Llanowar Elves. And then I will tap a Llanowar Elves, Concordant Crossroads.
Synergy.
For a Wirewood Symbiote.
Oh, he's
Symbiote.
popping off.
And I will pass the turn.
Oh, he's not going to use the Symbiote.
Okay, on tap, draw a card. I'm going to tap this Taiga and cast a Mana Vault.
Ooh. He's got 6 mana.
Then I'm just going to pass the turn.
6 mana and no gas. I thought you told us it was all gas.
Mab gave me really good advice and said, keep hands that win and don't keep hands that don't win.
Oh.
I think I saw that in a little Warcraft once.
Yeah, I never thought about it that way. Okay. Well, the card I drew is pretty good. I'm going to play this Gaia's Cradle. Ooh. Turns out I'm the turbo deck at the table. I'm going to tap this Gaia's Cradle for a green.
Okay.
I'm going to put this Utopia Sprawl on Notable Forest Dryad Arbor.
Sure.
I'm going to name White.
Okay.
I'm going to tap this for a green, which is going to add a white. I'm going to use the green to cast this Birds of Paradise. I'm going to tap the Birds of Paradise because Jerry played a Concordant Crossroads for a green. I'm going to use that green to cast this Soul Ring. I'm going to tap this Soul Ring for 2 colorless and use my floating white to cast this Village Bell Ringer to untap all creatures I control.
Sure.
I would like to add a green and a white. I'll float another green, I guess, and I'm going to cast Altar of Bone, sacrificing this Birds of Paradise to search my library for a creature card, put that card into my hand. Off of this Altar of Bone, I'm going to find a Tinder Wall and cast it with my floating green.
Yeah, it's got haste.
It sure does, but it's also a wall. Speaking of walls, this is a pretty good defender. I don't think I'm attacking anybody, so I will just pass the turn.
Sounds good. I'm going to untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play a Plains as my land for turn and cast a Lotus Petal. Because I'm going to cast Winota.
Yeah.
Any responses?
Nope.
Winota, hardly knew her.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Neither do I.
I mean,
I have no effects to your Winota, sir.
I have no effects to that joke. We're going to move on to declare attacks. How big is Orcish Lumberjack?
It's a 1/1.
1/1?
1/1.
Okay, cool. Skirk Prospector at Jerry, Goblin Crater Maker at Jim, Winota at Elliot. 2 Winota triggers.
Let's see him.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Man, in testing, they really said this needs to be 6.
Yeah. Yeah, they really did.
Find Loyal Apprentice on the first one. Whiff the second one.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah. The Loyal Apprentice does enter tapped and attacking a player of your choice.
Sure does.
And it has Indestructible.
Sure does.
Why? Why has it got
So
so many
In testing,
lines?
they really looked at this and said, indestructible,
Yeah,
though.
it should give it Indestructible as well.
Listen, there was
Top
a,
6.
there was a theme of non-humans and human creatures in Ikoria. So that's why indestructible. That just makes sense. Anyway, this is also going to attack Jim. So Jim, you've got a total of 4 coming, 2 of which is indestructible. Jerry, you've got 1 coming, and Elliot, you have 4 coming.
I have no blocks.
Okay.
I might have to think about Skirk Prospector.
Jerry, if you do
Elliot,
that, we
you're
have no
taking
way of
I'm
preventing
taking 4
Elliot
from
from winning the
Winota.
game.
Well, I block it, and then you sacrifice it, and you use your Goblin Charmander to get rid of the Dryad Arbor.
He doesn't have any mana open. I guess he could sacrifice
Exactly.
it. Yeah.
But Jerry, I need to keep it for Kiki Jiki, not for the mana creature.
You
Is
draw-
one damage going to hurt you?
I'm already at 35, Alex.
Oh, 35. What a clock. All right. And we'll pass the turn.
This is a very musical episode. Untap, upkeep, draw. Hey, good news, everybody. Island.
Is this why Jerry's not on the show?
Shout out to the one guy in the comments that keeps asking when Jerry's coming back.
Yeah.
Hashtag Team Jerry
Yeah.
in the comments, please.
Tap 4 for including 2 green. And I'm going to Finale of Devastation, X equals 2.
Ooh.
No effects.
I'm going to get this Priest of Titania. Unfortunately, in all your ramping, you did not play an elf, which was... I was kind of banking on, but worst comes to worst, we just pass the turn. Pass the turn.
Okay.
Yeah, notable Forest Dryad.
Trick card. I'm going to play this Stomping Ground untapped, going to 33. I'm going to cast my commander, Rograkh.
Ruh-roh.
Oh, don't you have to pay any...
It costs 0. Whoa. I'm going to tap 2 green. And actually, you know what? I'm going to tap for
2 red.
2 red.
Ho ho.
And then I'm going to activate Orcish Lumberjack, sacrificing my Stomping Ground to add 3 green.
2 red, 3 green.
2 red, 3 green. I'm going to float a red and cast Finale of Devastation, X equals 2.
Oh.
Spider-Man
I like your
meme.
play.
Spider-Man meme.
Good.
No effects.
Off of the Finale of Devastation, I'm getting Dockside Extortionist. I believe the count is at 3.
I have 2.
I have
Jerry
1
has
enchantment.
So.
So I'm going to make 3 treasures. And this is rough.
Is it as
ladies.
rough as sandpaper, or...
I
Folks.
made 3 treasures, and it's hard for me.
It is. I'm going to spend 3 treasures to make a green a black and another black, let's say.
Okay.
Using my 1 red floating from earlier, I would like to cast Culling Ritual.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hold priority and float 3 colorless.
Do you have any responses?
I unfortunately do not. I guess like I could just sack the Tinderwall so he gets 1 less mana. I probably should. Sure. I will sack the Tinderwall to add 2 red.
I'm going to sacrifice Skirk Prospector to its own ability to add 1 red.
Mm-hmm.
I will use that 1 red floating to sacrifice Goblin Crater Maker to destroy target. Destroy target Sol Ring. Oh wait, Culling Ritual 2 or bigger, or 1 or bigger?
2 or less.
Oh, 2 or less. 2 or less. In that case, I'll use 2 damage to kill Loyal Apprentice.
Sure.
Yeah, it's the same.
I
same number.
will activate Wirewood Symbiote to bounce Priest of Titania to my hand. To
Okay.
Tap Lanmore else.
Culling Ritual then resolves.
Yeah. I have 3.
So 3, 3, 3, 9.
You have 4.
I have 4.
So 10.
10?
10.
Okay. So I'm going to make 6 black and 4 green. So 3 colorless, 6 black, 4 green. I'm going to use 2 colorless to cast Rograkh. I'm going to use 3 black and 2 green, 1 green and a colorless to cast Ikra Shadiki. This is not a permanent. One more green, 1 less black on that one.
Okay.
You got it.
So like a 4 black, 2 green floating. I'm going to use a black cut down targeting Village Bellringer.
Ooh. Dead guy.
Then I'm going to use 3 black to cast Doomsday.
Quite the turn. I have no effects. I have a single permanent.
Approved.
Okay, so I'm going to exile this chunk of my library, get it out of here. I'm just going to put it off screen so it's not taking up space. I've got these 5 cards in this order, and I'm going to put those on top of my now empty library. And that's going to be it for me. I'll pass the turn.
Not using any of your mana?
You know what? I don't think I'm going to.
All right.
I don't need to, so.
Oh, yeah. Must be nice.
You know how it goes.
I'll untap my single permanent and draw a card for turn. I have a Sun-Baked Canyon, with which I can pay 1 life to add a white to cast this Esper Sentinel.
Oof.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm at 35. My Gaia's Cradle now taps for 1. Pog.
That's just value.
Pass the turn.
Sounds good. Untap, upkeep, draw. We'll play this Gemstone Caverns. It's our land for turn.
Tough one.
Yeah, a little bit. Pay 1, 2 for Phyrexian Revoker.
Interesting.
And I think it's Conspicuous Snoop.
That one doesn't have a weight,
Ooh, I think it is Conspicuous Snoop.
right? It gets the activated abilities.
But not the name, so I have to name Conspicuous Snoop instead of Kiki, Jiki, Miki, Biki.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm going to go with
Yeah, I think that's
the thing that shuts Jim off.
Yep.
I think so. I think it is Conspicuous Snoop.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then we'll also play Remorseful Cleric. And I will attack Elliot for 4 more Winota.
Seems rude. 31. 8 Winota.
We got Igor Shiniki as a S-tier blocker in this one.
Yeah, sure is. Pass to Jerry.
Untap, upkeep, draw. That changes nothing.
Great.
Hey, Elliot, you want your help with your cradle? Here, it's now a forest. So in case your creatures ever go away,
Oh.
it's still a forest.
Couldn't have done that last turn.
No,
huh?
I couldn't have.
At least my Gemstone Cavern stats for color.
I'm going to tap 2 for a Sylvid Caryatid. And tap another 2 for a Priest of Titania. Guess who's back? Back again. Go, my friend. You're up next.
Okay, I'll draw a card. Oh, this one's bad. I'm going to play this Mox Amber.
Oh, would you like to
And,
pay 1?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's where we're at, huh?
Oh boy.
Then I'm going to cast a Torch Courier,
Ooh, very nice.
and then I'm going to pass.
Okay, untap. Draw for my turn. I didn't expect this game to still be going, I'll be honest. I will play a forest.
Nice forest.
Thanks, pal. I'll take one hell of a game action for you then, Jim. I'm going to cast Jeweled Lotus.
Oh, nice.
That's
I
a
think,
good
I
game,
think we're going to wheel.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Right?
Green, white, go
30.
to 30. It's X or less, so why not? We'll do it. So green. Oh, yeah, this has to add red.
Sure.
So it's 1, 2, 3,
X equals
and
3.
3. X equals 3. Cast Rocco Cabaretti. What did I do? Anyway. Any responses?
No, you got it.
ETB, I cast it, so I may search my library for a creature card with mana value 3 or less.
Please do.
Off of my Rocco for 3, I'm going to find Professional Face Breaker.
Does he break
Is it
faces?
getting better or worse?
Worse.
Okay. And then I have a little decision to make. I feel like Alex isn't going to block because he wants Winota triggers. Wow. So I'm going to go to combat, and I'm going to attack with this Esper Sentinel.
I'll block with Frex. No, come on.
Oh, no!
39.
I would like to trigger Facey Breaky, make an treasure, pass the turn.
Sounds good. We're going to untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play Wooded Foothills as my land for turn. And I'd like to move to combat.
You would.
I just said I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Remorseful Cleric at Elliot. Phyrexian Revoker at Jerry. 2 Winota triggers. First Winota trigger, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh,
They really did be saying 6.
they really did be saying 6. And did we whiff? So off the first one, we're going to find Order of the Sacred Torch. Don't worry, it's not a paladin. We checked. Put those on the bottom, and we'll do the second one. And we'll get our own Village Bell Ringer. So it'll enter tapped and attacking, and then untap all my guys. So Phyrexian Revoker at Jerry, and the rest of them at Elliot.
What? This was attacking Jim, I thought.
No, it's all attacking you. Why do I need to kill Jim? He's going to draw cards.
Yeah.
Rude.
Block. With an 0-3.
Ah! Okay.
I will block the 2-2 with my 2-3, I guess.
Sounds
But
good.
That's it. So,
So
I'm
take
taking
3.
You may.
In my second main phase, I will crack Woody Footy. Go to 38. We'll get Plateau off our Woody Footy. We'll cast Ornithopter.
You got an Ornithopter.
We'll cast Hope of Girapur.
Some might say just a strictly better Ornithopter.
Interesting.
Pass turn.
Wow. This is an 0-2. This is a 1-1.
This is an untap, upkeep, draw.
Strictly is,
Well, I'm just going to tap 7 mana
Oh, yeah.
and attempt to cast my commander.
Sure.
I'm going to get a Ancestral Recall for 7.
Yeah. That's reasonable.
We will then play a Forest as land for turn
Great.
and tap Forest for a Elvish Mystic and pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to untap. I'll draw a card. Well, I mean, we might as well do it, right? I would like to cast Conspicuous Snoop.
You may.
I would like to reveal the top card of my library. It is currently a Skirk Prospector, and I think I'm just gonna pass the turn.
What a game of Magic the Gathering we're playing here, huh, gents? Untap. Draw. I will play a Flooded Strand, and I will crack it right away, going to 26. Off of this Flooded Strand, I'm going to get a Plateau of my own.
It's a gorgeous plateau.
Yeah, shout out to Madison Gibbons, recently returned from the dead.
I did the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Just smoking.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to add a green and use it to sacrifice this Sunbaked Canyon to draw a card. Then I'm going to sacrifice this treasure to my Professional Facebreaker, exile the top card of my library. Ooh, it is an Allosaurus Shepherd. I may play that card this turn.
Add 3 green
I
float
will
too.
add 3 green. Cast Allosaurus Shepherd.
Seems
Is
good.
that an elf?
It is.
Sweet.
I will pass the turn.
You sound like my dog trying to figure out whether he's supposed to have a bone or not.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
Okie dokie. Well, untap, upkeep, and draw. Let's move to combat. In combat, we're going to swing Remorseful Cleric at Elliot, Hope of Girapur at Jerry, Ornithopter at Elliot. 3 Winota triggers.
You got
Move
it.
these boys over here. So first Winota trigger. Finds Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Second Winota trigger. Finds Imperial Recruiter. So we'll use the Imperial Recruiter trigger to go find something with power 2 or less. Off Imperial Recruiter, we'll grab our Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker, put that in our hand. And then we'll do our last Winota trigger.
Oh, right.
Yeah, don't forget.
I didn't.
I did.
We'll get Recruiter of the Guard, which will trigger, and we'll go searching again.
Sure.
Apologies to everyone that's both here and watching. Off of Recruiter of the Guard, we'll find Magus of the Moon.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to send all 3 of these additionally at Elliot.
Yeah. Are you sure this is a 2/3 for the Thalia?
They're indestructible.
I'm stupid.
It's okay. So, Jerry, you got 1 in the air?
I cannot block.
And I've got, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only block I'm making is the Thalia. So 4.
4. Sounds good. Got you at 22.
22 for me.
And Jared at 34.
34, yep.
In my second main phase, surprising hopefully nobody, we'll cast Magus of the Moon.
Sure.
My mountains.
Our forests.
Yep.
Insert layer conversation we had during the cut here.
Yeah.
Look it up if you care.
Pass the turn. Maybe I'll speed it up to 10 times speed and just leave it in there.
Or just everything is a taiga. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Except for Yavimaya, which is just a mountain.
Great.
Untap. Upkeep, draw. Oh, a mountain.
Oh, me too.
All right. I'm going to tap my Yavimaya Dabadoo Cradle. That's actually just a mountain. Then we got green, green. So that's 3, 4, 5. So X equals 4. I'm going to green Sun Zenith, paying an extra 1 for the Thalia. And
Not for the Sentinels.
oh, yes, I see what you mean. I'm not going to pay for the Esper Sentinel.
Okay, so I will draw a card.
Yep.
I continue to have no effects though.
All right, we're going to get this Vizier of the Menagerie, because we're going to start trying to dig. And now I may proceed to cheat step.
Was it Green Sun Zenith?
Worse.
Worse. Interesting.
I still technically have a land drop, but I don't think getting a land drop gets me there. So we're going to tap Priest of Titania for 4 green, right? Because you have 2 elves, I have 2 elves. So 4 green, and then tap blue, use 2, pay 1 more for Thalia. Frantic Search.
Ooh.
It is time for me to attempt to search frantically.
Sure.
I'm frantic. We'll discard Nykthos Shrine to Nyx and Wirewood Lodge, otherwise known as 2 mountains.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Untapping basics.
Sure.
Cheat? Okay.
Still the same as it was before. No.
Using a green, play an Arbor Elf.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jim.
Really?
Yep.
Sucks.
Wow. Okay. I'll untap. I'm going to draw this card. I'm going to reveal, Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker.
Interesting.
I'm going to play a Skirk Prospector, and I'll pass the turn.
He's just angle shooting as much as he can here.
Well, I mean, what else am I going to do?
Yeah, I know. He's yeah.
There is one angle to shoot.
Draw for my turn. Well, team, I think we died. I guess I'll make him play it out. Here, you can look at this other beautiful art by Madison Gibbons. This one's a taiga, but it's also a taiga. And then I'll play this Wall of Roots.
All very nice.
Go ahead.
All right, folks, we're going to untap. Humans to the right, non-humans to the left, but I don't think it matters this turn. This Arid Mesa, that's a taiga. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker.
Hey, I know that card.
Yeah.
I would like to propose a tournament shortcut.
Proceed.
I would like to tap Kiki-Jiki, making a copy of Village Bellringer. When that copy of Village Bellringer enters the battlefield, I'll untap my Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker. I'll then use Kiki-Jiki Mirror Breaker to copy Village Bellringer enough times to generate enough hasty Village Bellringers to not only kill you, but kill you all several times over.
I'd like to proceed to cheat step because I can do this at any time.
Yes,
oh,
you
yeah,
can.
it's the same card that was there last time I looked.
Wow, 2 of the 4 people
You got
in the
any
game can
responses?
look at their top.
No, go ahead.
I got nothing.
No.
You got nothing?
Yeah.
I would like to attack for aggressively lethal.
We have a video about this, by the way. We'll toss it up in the thing.
It's right here.
Yeah, it's really cool. Check it out if you want to see how this combo works
here.
and how you can play against it if you are better Magic players than me, Elliot, and Jerry.
Jelliot!
Elliot and Harry.
All right.
Yeah, we die though.
Yeah.
Good game. Good game.
Was a wild game.
Would you believe it if I told you that I wasn't totally out here?
Really?
I had one card in hand, and it was Deflecting Swat. Which, given the density of bounce effects in Jerry's deck, if he had like Snap or anything like that, I could Deflecting Swat it, especially because the Skirk Prospector, because I didn't need the Torch Courier to give the Snoop haste. I would have just been able to sack this to pay for the 1 for Thalia to swat like a bounce effect like Snap.
I
to
run
return
a
the Phyrexian
lot of
Revoker.
bounce effects to bounce my own stuff.
I know,
so-
that's what I was hoping. You were like digging and digging and digging, and that was what you needed to continue your combo.
Correct. I was looking for a bounce spell to bounce the Magus of the Moon.
I'm actually really impressed that you were still in that game.
Yeah, I was still in it. I couldn't hold on to the cut down because it was in my hand. I guess I could have held on to the cut down, but I wasn't anticipating that you had like the perfect answer.
I would say I looked back at my hand after you doomsdayed and I went, if I understand what he's doing, I think I've got him dead to rights.
Yeah, it was like mega greedy to Doomsday Pass, as it always is.
Well, for sure.
But I was feeling pretty good with Winota being the only non-land permanent on the field and having Ikra as a blocker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
I need 2 turns. I think this gives me 2 turns, so I don't think it was terrible.
I think had I had literally anything else other than Revoker, you probably win this game.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, my position at pre-culling ritual was looking really good. I had that Jeweled Lotus in my hand still. I was definitely just kikiing on the next turn, like Rocco for Kiki with the Bell Ringer and play myself. But then I think literally everything I owned except the Gaia's Cradle, right? was what I untapped with. So that was tough. That was tough for me.
Culling Ritual, good Magic card, as it turns out.
Interesting. Yeah, you should be playing that card.
Yeah.
Wipe all non-land permanents and make 10 mana.
Yeah.
Refunds.
Seems good. What were you digging for there, Jer?
Bounce spell for
A
Magus,
bounce
he
spell.
said, right?
Yeah.
Or-
I know I had, creatures I don't have enough, but at that point I was like, maybe I can just somehow keep digging to find something if it comes back around what's on top.
Sure.
Ended up being a land, but
Gotcha.
that's all I really had to really tutor for. At that point I was just like, well, we gotta just keep making board go big.
Yeah, I would say I don't think you were too far off from being able to win there, especially with the density of tutors you had. I think Winota really overperformed this game basically just by consistently being a value engine that's hard to get off the field.
I mean, that's how Winota performed.
Couldn't be Culling Ritual, couldn't be cut down. If I'd drawn like a Braid or Lightning Bolt, doesn't kill her because for some reason she's a 4/4.
Yeah.
No.
Like this card's not okay.
Well, if you want to buy some cards that aren't okay, you can head over to face-to-facegames.com. Once you get there, you can fill up your cart with all sorts of mean, nasty things that you can do to your friends, including things like Culling Ritual, Winota Joiner of Forces, or even Phyrexian Revoker. And then at the end of that, you can type in the code SPIKEFEEDERS. Spike Feeders get you 5% off there over at face-to-facegames.com. We really appreciate them, and they really appreciate hearing from you. So if you head over there, we'd really appreciate that. In the meantime, if you want to join our Patreon, you can get in there for as little as $1. We're starting to revamp some of our tiers. So if you're the kind of person who wants to get some fancy new stuff, now's about the right time to get in there. I've heard from Madison that she's got some new plans for merchandise, and we're mostly just talking to our patrons about it. So if you're the type of person who likes merchandise, even $1 a month gets you into our super secret Discord. So if you want to support us, those are the best ways to do it. And in the meantime, folks, thanks so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and have a great day.
As always, huge thanks to all of our Patreon supporters, and especially those featured on the screen right now. You all help us keep the lights on, and we really appreciate it.